Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm gonna talk about, or we're gonna discuss our last video in our farming experience. And today we are gonna discuss how much we profit, if we will lose or we make any money, how much we paid bringing our production to the market, how much we paid the employed, and our overall experience, and if we will do it again or not. So let's get started. Saying how much we invest, and we invest in this production $11,000, and this includes the production that we did with the peppers. Now we're gonna divide this in different categories, and it will be in how many cuts we did, how much money we spend bringing our production to the market, how much money we pay to deploy each time that we have cuts, and I think that would be, and then how much we have left at the end. So we did have 8 total cuts. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a detail of how much we did in each cut, but we have a total of 8. I don't think that I did a video for each particular cut, but I did videos for most of them. And the total revenue of the 8 cut was $10,370 US. How much we paid in labor was $2,703. How much we paid bringing our product to the market was $569 US. Well, from there you can see our investment is bigger than the revenue. So from there you can see that we have a little loss. So right there, if you divide, if you from the 11,000 take out these two numbers, then you will have left 6,801. So we have a loss of 4,199. Yes, in this first try for our farming, we have a loss. Well, some people will say it's a big loss. Some other people will say, well, it's a small loss. And I will say it's both, plus a learning experience. And I would say also it is some factor that contributed to our loss. Besides that is our first time doing a farming. Let's start with saying what I think it contributed to our loss. And first, let's start talking about the peppers. You know that we did both production because we want to do like a pretty much take advantage of the plantain that would have been growing for so long. I just take advantage of that. You have also peppers growing that you could have used the same land and make some money having both planted in the same place. That was the idea of that we could make money doing both things, which was like a great idea. For some people that probably have the same experience, what I think here is the market is very inconsistent. And it's like, to me, it's not a organization that put standards, and they have that like a standard of have a set of price. You can come one day, they have one price, the other day next price, somebody have one price, the other person have another price. It's like, it's very that you don't know how to go to measure it. You go to the right people to know how the market should be this day or that day. It's just for whatever it is. If you have a raining day one day, if you come to the market to sell and it's raining, it's bad day, because I mean you have all those trucks, not many people come to the market, and it's a lot of things they contribute to that. So in most market it work like we know it work is supply and demand, but here it's a little different. Of course it works based in the same way, supply and demand, but it also other variable that make it change. Like I mentioned it with the weather. Other thing is sometimes people have one price, some other people have different price, and those you don't know. You don't know what price you're selling. Some other people selling another price. It's a little crazy in the market here. So with the peppers, at that point when we planted the peppers, which probably wasn't that a good idea at the moment that we planted the peppers, is because it was the time here in Dominican Republic, depending on the region or the area, we have something what we call veda, which is mean that they you can plant certain vegetable or fruits depending on the time of the year, because some vegetable attracts some insects, they affect other vegetables. So they give time to some vegetable a part of the year, and then they give the other vegetables some part of the year. So when they have veda, which is most of the time is from I forgot the exact time, but you cannot plant it before October. Before October, you cannot plant peppers. You have to start in October. And that's what it did. We started preparing everything at the end of September to start in October. But that is also a bad thing because most people, they plant in the open field, they plant it at the same time. So when you have a lot offer in the market, then the price is very low. That's what happened when we did our peppers. Our pepper was great, the production was great, it was a good product. Besides the water, I'm gonna have to talk about the water. Water here is another problem. But the main factor of our peppers was the price. The price in the market was very, very low. At that moment, we were selling sacks of peppers at 150 pesos for an entire sack. You know, like the big sack that 100-pound sacks. Those sacks for 150 pesos. Then sometimes you see that, I say that is not even. When you see that makes you so mad that you're ready to give it away, give it to some people, or just throw it on the street. It been time here that when the onions go so down or any product, people just throw it to the cow or the animals. That way they can eat it because it goes so low that they just get mad. I mean, you pretty much got it for nothing, and you pay more in labor than what you be getting paid. So sometimes that don't even make sense. But I guess that is the cost of doing business. So and the other factor was the water. Even though the price in the market was very, very low, and at that point it didn't even make sense continue because every time that you have a cut, you have to put more fertilizer to the peppers to have the rest that are coming up that are coming to grow strong and good. And at that point, because it was that cheap in the market, it made no sense to keep fertilizing something that you was spending more money putting together than when profit from it. So the next factor was the water. At that point, the water was terrible. Here, how it works is, if you are depending on the water that the government send, that we call El Canal, which is the water they provide for everybody that's doing production in the campus. So if you are depending on that water, you are in a very bad shape because sometimes the canal gets dry, so it's no water, or sometimes it's so many people waiting for that water, there is not even enough for everybody. Sometimes they can send it to you for a couple hours because they need to supply other people. And then if you have a big field like we did, we have 100 tareas, then they must say that, okay, the water is your turn today, and then you have it from 6 in the morning on to 1 p.m. And that wasn't enough for us to water our entire field. We needed probably 1 or 1.5 days just for us to do that, if that was part of our problem. And that wasn't good. So in that aspect, we were supposed to have about 10 cuts of peppers, and we ended up having, I think, 5 or 6. I can't remember the exact number, but we stopped having in the 5 or 6 because at that point it didn't make sense to continue. Because first of all, the water was a problem, and peppers are a little different than plátano because the production is a sort of short time that you need to do it. Peppers need water more frequently than plantain. So we needed the water more frequently than that time they was giving it to us. So it was a hard time trying to push having the water because our peppers, the market was very low. And also we had to keep investing in fertilizer to keep the production. So at that point we say, you know what, it is spending more money to keep going with the production than what we are gonna get out of it. So that is where some of our loss is come from the peppers. You will say, would you do it again? And my answer is yes. I do love the production of peppers, especially because it's a very short production. The production of peppers, you can do it in 3 months, and that I love that. I mean, you can see it growing. You start planting, growing, and selling in 3 months. That is very exciting, and I like that. But what I would do different is do not plant in veda time, which is the time that everybody is planting, especially the people in the campus, the people that don't have, let's say, there are no big companies, if they don't have a lot of money, this is the time where they have the chance to plant because it's in an open field, and they go ahead and plant, and then they make a little money. If they are okay, because they make a little money to to survive, for a household and things like that. But when you're trying to do your production in a big amount, that is it's not a good time for you to do it. The best way to do it is do it in a greenhouse. Do it in a controlled area. That way you can do it at any time of the year. You can do it at any time of the year, and you can go to the market when they are more expensive. Like it's sometimes here in the market that a sack of peppers is 3,000 pesos. At that point, yes, you can make a lot of money selling peppers. But that is the time when you need to bring your peppers in the market, not when everybody's selling, because then it will be 150 pesos, which it doesn't make sense. So yes, I will do peppers again, but I will have to be more prepared. Prepare a area, control area, and just start the production. Having said that, we are gonna jump into the platinum. So what happened with our production of platinum? And it's basically the same reason here, and it's water. Even though that the plantain don't need water as frequent than the peppers, they still need water. I mean, everything to survive need water. For a platinum to grow strong and big, besides fertilizing, they also need water. I think water is the most important part, to be honest with you. And that was something that we was lacking of. Like I said again, our farm was too big, and the water wasn't coming out often. Like, let's say it wasn't coming every week, and then by the time that you have the chance, that was your turn, they give it to you half of the day, or it wasn't enough, or the canal was dry. All was something going on. Here is my recommendation. If you are going to get into the farming business, besides getting the land and before starting even just to try, because sometimes you can have all these factors like water, and still you can have a bad production, because you never know, something can happen. Bad weather, a insect that came around in that time of the year, you just lost all your production, because those are some of the things they can happen to. But at least if you have your land and you prepare it with your water, at least you have half of the game. Let's say win, because you already have what you need to get your production done. If it's something that happens in between or something else, that is something that you cannot control. But if you want to get into the farming business, get your land and get it prepared with water and the irrigation system. You need to get an irrigation system to start your production. It is no way without it. Without it, I think that you are putting yourself to pretty much setting yourself to lose. I mean, some people can get lucky, but you don't wanna. If you wanna do it big, you go like we did with 100 tareas. You don't wanna set yourself to lose any money. So what we do it again? Yes, sometime in the future when we have everything set up and prepared that we can go without that many obstacles. Yes, we will do it again. But right now we are working in something, we don't have everything ready and set up to do it again. And another thing that I will add is, if you want to get into this business, if you want to do it like for real as a business, is to look into the export. This is a very good idea, especially because how I explained that the market is here. So if whatever product you are looking into grow, just try and see how you can export your product, and then probably that can be a good thing. So that is all what I have for right now. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.